Welcome to part 2 of this guided meditation series for New Year's. This part is going to be a future visioning session where instead of looking at pictures in a magazine or Pinterest boards, social media, we look inward. We become aware of the desires that may be lying dormant, that may have been covered up by images that have been forced upon us, presented to us in a way that almost suffocates the truest version of who we are. And so as you take a moment to resettle yourself, anchoring into however you're feeling after completing the 5-year letter to self, doing a bit of a releasing ritual. I want you to really rest into this feeling of renewal and refreshing, a new start. We're going to take a deep breath in, taking a deep breath out. We've cleared out the old in order to make space for the new, and we're ready to step into this new version. So I want you to visualize a spiral staircase. You are at the bottom, looking to the top. Up there you see a bright light. It feels expansive and curious. And you desire to ascend and make your way up the stairs, slowly taking the first step and the second step and the third step up the stairs, taking the fourth and fifth steps, continuing to just enjoy this journey up, up, up the staircase. Feeling things get lighter and brighter. The more you take steps, the higher you get, the lighter you feel. The higher you get, the lighter you feel. And once you've reached the top of the staircase, you notice a completely white, blank space. It is bright. It is completely clear. And you notice a paintbrush in the middle of the room. The paintbrush has multiple paint cans around it. So you pick up the paintbrush. You pick up the paint can and notice the color that you've chosen. This will be your color for the year. The energy of this color will ground you. The energy of this color will drive you forward. So taking your paintbrush and dipping it in the can of paint. You begin to write a word on the wall. This can be any word. Something to represent the year ahead. Something to represent how you want to feel. Something to represent an accomplishment that you want to have. Whatever word comes to mind and is written down will be your word for the year. Once you have your word, you start to feel drawn towards some of the other paint cans. You also notice that there's a pile of photos next to the paint cans. You can either choose another color, or you can go through the stack of photos and start to pin the photos around the word. These could be photos you've taken. They could be images of places you've been or places you've wanted to go. They could be images of things that you desire to have or to see. They could be words. Or you may feel particularly creative and decide to take paint to paintbrush and paintbrush to canvas and start to draw images that come to mind. Allow yourself to be untethered and unbox yourself from any box that you've been living in, that you've been putting yourself in, that others have put yourself in. Release the tethers. Break free from the cage. And allow your imagination to run wild. The images don't have to be perfect. Anything you create or visualize is perfect, just as it is. It's not supposed to necessarily make sense logically, as long as your soul can understand it. That is what we're going for here. Making an imprint on the mind from the soul. You can continue staying here painting or posting up photos for as long as you'd like. But when you feel ready, I want you to tear the entire mural or wall of imagery, including the word that you wrote, as if it was a giant piece of white paper. Tear it away from the wall. Now I want you to begin folding this piece of paper until it's a small little piece of paper that can fit in the palm of your hand. Maybe a very large piece of paper, but continue folding it and folding it until it can fit in the palm of your hand. And as you take this very large, folded up sheet of white paper with all of your dreams and desires and imaginations, you turn back to where the cans of paint are. And instead of paint and photos, you see something glowing, almost like a bulb, like a Christmas ornament or a round sphere that's glowing from the inside. You walk to the sphere, and it opens, almost as if it's inviting you to put something inside. You take your folded up piece of paper and you place it inside of the sphere. The sphere closes and you take it into your hands. As you hold the sphere, you start to see that glowing light that was within it moving up your hands, your arms, down your back and your front, down your legs to your feet and your toes, covering your cheeks, your mouth, your eyes, the top of your head, your hair. When you are completely glowing, you have become the embodiment of the person who will fulfill those desires, create the imagery that you created, and bring to fruition everything that you have visualized in this next year. From this new place, this new embodied version of you, you begin to walk back towards the stairs and descend back down the staircase. With each step you take, you become more aware of your current surroundings and of the room that you are currently in. So taking the first step and the second step, the third step and the fourth, starting to deepen your breath, taking the fifth and the sixth step, the seventh and eighth, maybe starting to wiggle some fingers and toes, taking the ninth and 10th, the 11th step. Maybe beginning to stretch the legs or stretch the arms out. Continuing to descend down the staircase, taking deep inhales, long exhales, allowing that glowing light to truly penetrate the inside of your body, your mind, your heart, and your soul, to take with you into this new year. I truly hope that you enjoyed this visualization. I can't wait to see what you bring into this world the next year ahead. Happy New Year and blessings to you. Namaste.